your favorite recipes.
Simply Food.
You should know by now that you're in for a treat.
Simply Food.
There's no other channel where you'd rather be.
Simply Food.
Seafood, pasta, cakes, and pies. Sing and laugh and even cry. Like and share and hit subscribe. Simply Food by TY.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Simply Food by TY, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make yourself some chicken lo mein, or if you want, you can kind of switch out the protein and kind of put in whatever meat you want, or you can just make it veggie lo mein. But let's start off by working with our chicken breast. So this is the thing. When I initially started crafting up the idea to make this recipe, I was like, I probably should have 3 chicken breasts. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? That's too much chicken. And then as I started to chop up the chicken breast you see me currently chopping, because as you can see, I'm slicing it nice and thin, I realized that no, I really only need 1 chicken breast. So just so you know, if you make this recipe the exact same way I'm doing it, which could feed anywhere between, honestly, I would say 3 to 4 people. This really makes a lot of lo mein. I personally feel you only need 1 chicken breast, especially if you're cutting it thin. But if you're really trying to pack in the protein and really stretch the meal out, then of course, by all means, add more chicken breasts, and then you'll just double the seasonings when we get to that later. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, I was saying how, you don't necessarily have to add chicken to this. You can make it shrimp lo mein, you can make it beef lo mein, you can make it veggie. That's really completely up to you. That's the best thing about lo mein is that, the noodles, the sauce, and the veggies are the base, and then you always can add in or take away the extra protein. So do with that as you will, but just know that is always an option. So like I said, I've chopped up 1 chicken breast nice and thin, and now we are going to start working on the seasonings, which are pretty basic for the most part. Everything you probably should already have in your cupboard. So we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to be adding in 1 teaspoon of onion powder. We're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. And then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, key cornstarch. And then we're going to add in 1/8 teaspoon of smoked paprika. If you don't have smoked paprika, that's completely fine. You can use regular paprika. It's okay. And then you're just going to give that a little mix around, and that's pretty much it as far as the chicken. You don't want to go too crazy on the seasoning. Don't go adding too much salt, because remember, we'll be adding in a lot of soy sauce and oyster sauce and all that stuff later on, and all of that stuff is very heavy in sodium, so you don't want this to be too salty. Now that you got your chicken seasoned, let's work on getting it cooked. So I have a large skillet here, and I'm adding in about 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Now that might seem like that's way too much, but trust me, it's not. This chicken is going to soak that oil up, as well as the veggies that we're going to add momentarily. So as you can see, this chicken seems to be sticking at the bottom of the skillet. Don't worry about that. All of that's going to fix itself shortly, so don't stress yourself out. You can use a non-stick pan if you want, or of course, if you have a wok available, definitely use that, but don't stress if it sticks. All of the water from those veggies we're going to add is going to lift all of that residual chicken skin at the bottom of that pan completely up, so don't stress. Once your chicken is completely cooked, then we're going to start adding in the veggies. As you can see, we got some nice browning on this. That's why you wanted to add the cornstarch. The cornstarch will help brown the chicken, and it'll also help thicken it up a little bit later on. So we're going to add in 1/2 of a yellow onion. We're going to add in 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. We're going to add in 1/2 cup of bean sprouts. We're also going to add in 1/2 of a green cabbage that I just thinly sliced. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of broccoli. I'm using frozen broccoli just because that's just what I had. You can use fresh broccoli. You can use broccolini. You can add in as many extra vegetables to this as you would completely like. That is one of the best things about lo mein, is you kind of can just get rid of a bunch of stuff and add the noodles to it and call it a day. So as I said earlier, you didn't really have to stress about the stuff sticking to the pan, because as you can see, all that water that's come out of those veggies has completely lifted it all up, which is added more seasoning, to the vegetables. Now let's talk about the sauces. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add in our pasta. And so as you can see, this is the lo mein noodles that I got from my Asian market that are actually already cooked. So it made it easier for me. If you can't find that, just cook it just like you would regular pasta. So we're gonna be adding in 4 tablespoons of oyster sauce here. Try to find the best oyster sauce you can get. It really will make a big difference. We're gonna be adding in 1.5 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. Add that on in there. Then we're going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. And then we're just going to go ahead and give that a mix. Now, as the liquid from the pan gets into those noodles, it'll loosen it up and you can really mix it around. At this point, you're pretty much in the home stretch. You're just going to allow it to cook for about an additional 5 minutes or so. Make sure that you're giving it a good taste test so that you can see if you would like it saltier, if you would like it a little bit more on the sweeter side, if you would like a little bit more sauce to it. If you want, you can add in teriyaki sauce. You can't really go wrong with this except for the salt aspect. So that's the reason why I would say stick with the measurements that I've given you in the beginning, and then if you need to add more sodium, you absolutely can do so. That's it, you guys. You've just made yourself some homemade chicken lo mein. Look, if you are new to my channel, welcome to Simply Food by TY, honey. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, well, y'all babies know I love y'all so much. And as always, y'all babies stay cute and take care. Bye, y'all. Enjoy.
Slaying in the kitchen.
Simply Food by TY.
We hope that you enjoyed it.
Simply Food by TY. If you haven't took the time, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Simply Food by TY.
Thank you.